Hey, it's Euan from GameEngineStart.com. Here are the best things I played during the Steam Next Fest in June 2024.
Good morning, little fella.
Woohoo! Over here! Thank goodness you're here. I spied a shiny tuppence down this here runoff. But more fool me, my arm has become trapeze.
If you've been listening to us for a little bit, you know that we've been absolutely losing our minds about this game for months. And now that we've actually got to play a snippet of it, we are now cursing how far away August 1st is. I've been describing it to people as Yorkshire jazz punk, which is such a specific description that if it makes sense to you, you probably already have this on your wish list.
Thanks for fetching that, Ronnie lad. I'd offer you a pasty, but we've now cooked yet.
It's an adventure game, technically, but the point is more that you wander around this English town, slap the inhabitants, and just kind of enjoy the stupid, funny dialogue as you find yourself in various hijinks.
Nice firm grip on that mower, lad. I tell you, Reggie's wife could learn a thing or two.
Somewhere?
The other thing that this demo has confirmed is that there's so much here that I feel like is going to be completely missed by people outside the UK. For example, this is the "we are currently loading" symbol for the game. If you're a millennial that lived here when terrestrial TV was your only choice, I'm sure you made some sort of face seeing this, and that's what I'm talking about. It's such a specific reference that you would never think to make, but when you see it, it's so perfect for what they're trying to do.
Ah, nothing like a nice wet pint to start the day. Every morning I wake up, can of lager, then I do a big wee. Then I get out of bed and go downstairs for... Ah, Larry, you were just talking about my morning pint.
Thank goodness you're here is the type of dumb that we absolutely thrive in, and this demo proves that they are 100% on the right track.
Ooh, hello!
So hey, I don't know if you know this, but we are big fans of the SSX games around here. It's not even generally snowboarding games, like Steep didn't do too much for me, and Snow just never really felt right. But now we have Tricky Madness, a game that's really not shy about its inspirations, and I think they might actually be pulling it off. What's here is incredibly early. The demo is just a time attack and a score attack on a single course, but for the first time, one of these feel right. There's a couple other tweaks going on in there, like the adding of manuals. Are they called manuals in snowboarding? Hold on. Huh. Even the music they're using for the demo feels exactly right in terms of tone, so it's clear they understand the source material. The developers are aiming for a Q4 2025, so like I said, they've got some ways to go, but man, they really actually could be onto something here. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, I don't think I fully understand what's going on here, but the concept's so fascinating that I really need to see the full thing in action. So here's the setup. Your grandfather leaves your house in his will, but you only get to keep it if you can find the mysterious room 46. Every time you open a door, you draw the next room from a set of 3 in an effort to move further into the house. If you draw yourself into a dead end, the day ends. If you tire yourself out, the day ends. If you run out of resources to place down a room you need, day ends. The problem is that every day you enter the house, the floor plan changes, and you have to start again from scratch with just the knowledge of the rooms that you've seen, what they contain, and how they all might fit together. Some of the rooms have logic puzzles, some of them have features that will help you in the next day, some have collectibles, and some are there purely just to mess with you. There's no date in this game yet, but it really feels like a game I could pick away at on my Steam Deck for months, so I'll really be looking forward to seeing the full thing. I've said a few times now that somebody should make a Breath of the Wild, but like, focus on the shrines, and it looks like that's what I'm getting with Dungeons of Hinterberg. Hinterberg is a resort in the Austrian Alps where you can escape the capitalist rat race for a vacation, as long as your idea of a vacation is fighting monsters and solving puzzles. Think Disneyland, but all escape rooms. And you've got sword, and magic powers, you know, normal stuff. There's also Hinterberg itself, with town folk that you can make friends with and help out, and there's some overarching story that demo starts to hint at the end that sounds like there's some real bad stuff going down in the town. But more importantly, every time you go in and finish a dungeon, you get to go stamp a book, And goddamn, I want to fill every square in this book. And I'm looking forward to starting in a few weeks in July 18th when it comes out.
This is car.
What the Golf was a little gem that came out of nowhere, and thankfully it had very little actual golf in it. And I've also had the VR sequel, What the Bat, on my wish list for a while. And now there's another one, and it's cars. I'm going to be honest, a big part of this for me was just wanting to see the next permutation of weird car features that the game pieces together from different bits. And then you have to work out how the hell to use all these features to get to the end, pick up collectibles, and not fall off the edge.
Car with jumps, car with jetpack, car is slow, car on built for giraffes, car on bike with jetpack, car with very large legs.
It's simple, it's dumb, and it's exactly what I want. And it's out September 9th. For someone who doesn't vibe with reality TV, I somehow end up hearing a lot about it, mostly against my will. The Crush House looks like it's going not for so much a critique of the shows, but somehow turned the concept into a series of interesting mechanics and turned the setting into like a hyper-exaggerated version with something dark running under everything. Well, more dark than usual. Have y'all heard of MILF Manor? That shit is insane. Anyway, you take out your camcorder every day and are responsible for shooting the show on the ground, cutting to ad breaks and getting shots for each of the different categories of audience tuning in that day. So the wine moms want to look at all the hot guys, the film students want cool angles and framing, the butt guys want, well, butts. Live chat lets you know when you're getting the goods, and if you please enough of them, the show stays on air. If you don't give them what they want, show gets cancelled. There's a real good tone that they're striking with this. It's satirical and funny enough to exactly the right levels, and the seemingly procedural conversations are true enough to the source material that they pass muster. So this is another one to probably look at on September 9th when it comes out. So it turns out playing 30 hours of Pacific Drive has made me incredibly susceptible to games with cool little trucks that I can drive around in a cool world. So I'd like to introduce Caravan SandWitch. The demo doesn't really go too far into what you'll actually be doing, but the demo has you rolling around grabbing components and platforming over some post-apocalypse technology. And it was a real good time, so I'm probably in for way more of it when it drops sometime this year.